Welcome, ladies and ghosts, to the Meme Team first annual Halloween podcast. It is I, Tobias Thicket, Duke of Thieves, here to bring you on a very spooky adventure with my friends. Why, here's one now. Oh, Kyle! Come and sit with me while we wait for the others.
My boys, welcome.
It is our great friend.
It is I, the ghost of John Wilkes Booth. Some of you Reddit moguls might know me by my username there on DarkSkin1. I'm about to get spooky.
Silly as always. Oh, John. So what's on the agenda for tonight, Jonathan?
Tonight, we will get... Sorry, I'm addicted. Tonight we will get spooky, I think, as tonight is Halloween.
What the fuck did I hit?
What did you have?
Like some sort of powder got me, now I'm like burning.
Really?
Yeah. I think I'm fine.
Where did you touch it?
No, where?
We have a guest. We have a visitor among us.
The ghost!
Ooh.
What is that?
He's here.
By the gods!
It is I, Dan Corleone, the man-child. But others know me as Ganooch.
Well, welcome, Ganooch. So, now that the introduction's over, how do we start off our first annual podcast?
I think we should begin by discussing something we find fun and something we find spooky.
Sounds good to me. Kyle, you want to start?
Kyle, you go first.
As you start, I will begin a ceremony to enact this altar.
I see.
Blessed
Okay.
be, boy, blessed be.
Well, one thing that I find fun is a bike ride through the mountains on a nice summer day, like today.
That sounds enjoyable.
Like today.
Did you do that today, Kyle?
Good day to
And
that.
one thing I find spooky is when you're riding your bike and a deer comes out
Ooh.
and spooks you and you crash into him and you fall off your bike
Donation.
and you get really hurt. That's pretty spooky.
That sounds good to me, Kyle.
That's pretty spooky.
Donation.
Something I find fun is consuming spiders. They're just crunchy enough and just soft enough to create this lovely chip with dip kind of experience, but with none of the dipping.
Yep.
Something that I find spooky is the large conglomerate of tentacles and elder things that live inside of the wardrobe I have in my room. What they'll do is in the middle of the night they'll begin rattling the clasps on the outside of the wardrobe, and the usually terrible sounds and other kind of emitted things begin to conjure around me, and it's not an enjoyable thing.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Fun.
Okay.
I have,
I'm about to initiate the ceremony. This is a quaint process here. I have to hold my hand over the flames. They're a little mysteriously picked. By the powers invested in me in chaos wizardry, I bind this salt to this water. Blessed be!
Blessed
Blessed be!
be.
Blessed be!
Blessed 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 be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be, blessed be.
The first candle!
How did you do it?
God bless
Alright, what's our next subject?
each and every one of you.
Oh, you still have to tell us something you find fun and then something you find spooky.
Yeah, it's your
Okay.
turn.
I'm sorry, were you gonna...
Yeah. Fun. Dismemberment. Dislocation.
The breaking of bodies.
Spooky. Organized religion.
You think so?
Why?
I think that causes a lot more dismemberment than like individual people. Is that why you find it spooky? Or would that just make it more fun for you?
No, I find it spooky because they can do it at a faster rate than I can.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to dismember me?
Nights that I can do it. It's Halloween.
That's true.
It's true.
How about you, Jay?
Things I find fun and scary, or things that I find fun.
Something you find fun and then something you find spooky.
Okay, I find it's very hard with those Pepsi cans.
I'm sorry, I'm working on it. Give me a minute.
I find that spooky.
I find aquatic sports fun,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Water
find
sports?
aquatic sports.
They're
Water
like water
sports.
sports,
Yeah,
but not
anything
as
with
fun.
water. And the thought of anything real with aliens as scary.
You think aliens are scary?
In real life, yes.
Well, what do you mean in real life? Like in a
Like,
cosmic sense?
As opposed
or-
to in the second life?
Like if aliens were actually real, that's a scary thought.
Well,
Like abducting you, that's fucking terrifying.
I don't think they would abduct us. I think
Okay,
aliens are
but
real.
let's say they do abduct us.
Why would they, though?
I don't know. That'd be terrifying.
That would be scary, but I don't think they would abduct anybody. It's like they, in order for them to
I
get
beg to
that.
differ.
Yeah.
Keep talking, I'm just saying I beg to differ.
What else we got?
If I chug that, do you think I'd throw up?
The
It's
salt
and
water?
water, yeah.
No, I don't think you'd throw
They're
up.
very
What do you think?
dehydrated.
I think you might, but I don't think we can afford that.
I think that would add to everything. Just don't get the mic.
Okay. I might do it later.
You'll have to clean it up.
I'll clean it up.
My dad would be pissed.
Yeah.
Really?
He'd be so mad if he threw up in his basement.
Fucking big stinky basement, though. All right. Let's go back to a topic that we had discussed previously that had led us to this Halloween night to create this a horrible gathering of ghouls and skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
What is the worst thing that you've ever done?
We're getting dark, Rash. I'm gonna light up a fire. I might blow these candles out over here.
Which one?
The ones that are directly next to
They're
this
right
cake.
next to me.
My cape is in a lot of.
All right, because we got to get spooky here for this.
Yeah,
Hey,
we're
I'm
about
gonna
to
keep
get
this.
spooky.
I'm gonna keep this around in case somebody has a good idea.
I have to go get my mystery pipe.
You have it here.
I'm about to get it.
Alright,
I have to go into another realm.
All right, go to another realm, my friend.
Hurry back.
Whoa!
All right,
How the
Kyle.
fuck did you do that?
Don't know. He has like tight tolerances, I guess.
These are realm travelers. What he does.
All right, until Jack gets back, we have to come up with a new topic of conversation.
All right, new topic.
So Jack.
Okay. Let's explain to the people who don't know what he is.
What he is?
Yeah.
Oh, an android.
No, you fucking idiot. He's a chaos magician.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what that means really, but that's what he told me.
I have a vague idea of chaos magicianry, but not all that much.
I think it has something to do with like Wicca, but it's not necessarily Wicca.
Well, no, it has to do with like But like, no, like, who was that guy? Aleister Crowley. He wrote like the Book of Lies and stuff and got arrested for being a cultist.
I don't know who it is.
It's like that level shit, like dark sorcery.
Well,
Okay.
I think it's part of his Sonic fan fiction.
Sonic fan fiction.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it
think
would make sense by the name.
The Chaos Magician.
Chaos Control.
They created Chaos Control.
He's got all the Chaos Emeralds.
Do you think Jack has power over the Chaos Emeralds?
Well,
I think Jack's got power over something, but I don't know if it's the Chaos Emeralds.
I don't think it's
him.
himself either, so
yeah.
No,
It's
it's
a
not.
mystery.
we'll figure that
We
one
should
out.
ask later.
Yeah. Jack, what do you have
back.
control over?
What do I have control over?
Yeah.
Okay, I have control over my pets,
Uh-huh.
and I have control. That actually gives me a lot of stability in my life because I don't actually have a lot of control over a lot of things.
But
I have control over my girlfriend.
do you elaborate, please?
I don't know. We communicate.
Are we talking about the metaphysical level?
Yes.
As opposed to on a literal physical level?
Yeah, like I don't control her like dominance like that.
Okay.
But like if I were to like be like Rain, I don't really want you to like do heroin.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that's like a lot to ask though.
That's
but if
not
you
much.
consider
That's
that
control.
Do you desire control in your life?
Yes.
I take a
Who
lot
doesn't?
I take a lot of direct control in my life. I feel like a lot of people relinquish a lot of control to systems and stuff like that. But like let me give you a good example, right? Like I had to go to Walgreens to print out like a picture for like a birthday thing. So when I went in there, I had the picture on my phone.
That's
but
pretty spooky.
I didn't.
We're keeping
I didn't.
the theme here.
I didn't have a cord to plug into the computer, so I stole one from the Walgreens. That's the level of control I take over my life. It's not like a lot, but it's like I'll push certain boundaries in order to just convenience myself. Like I steal like a lot of food and like forks and things.
You know how I'm a car salesman?
Yes.
I have complete control.
Over how much?
Everything. I have control about the way that people feel.
You're taking a long drag off of that cigarette.
Holds it all in too. No smoke emits at all. He just keeps it all inside.
I'm recovering. Fuck off.
So that's the big thing is, even when they want to leave, I'm in control because I let them leave because I have their keys. You know, I have a lot of things.
Who, your pets?
No, my customers.
Oh, okay.
So the salesman customer relationship in a car lot setting is a lot like slavery.
Yeah.
Courier first.
That's generating a lot of fear. I feel like it's Halloween. Ooh.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Ooh.
So
All right. What was our topic before Jeff left?
oh, what's the most terrible thing you've ever done?
Oh.
All right. So we talked about this on the phone briefly, but we haven't gone into it.
We didn't really get into it that much.
No, not all that much at all. Here, Kyle, you go first.
Oh. Okay. Well, the worst thing I've ever done. Let's see. I've done a lot of shitty things to a lot of different people.
Yeah, I feel like you're the kind of person that's hurt a lot of people, Kyle.
Yeah. Oh, you have no idea.
Kyle, I always feel like you really hurt some woman's heart. Like you broke a girl's heart or something.
He is a damager.
I damage hearts.
A
I've got them out in my
difle.
fucking.
A difle.
Difle.
We got the difle in our mix.
There's a difle in our midst.
Worst thing I ever done. Pass.
Pass.
Pass. I can't think of anything.
Okay. Fuck it. Pass.
I need
Kyle's
more
immune
time.
to everything.
Yeah.
He's gonna use his get out of jail free card.
If Kyle's like a ghost, he can pass through
We each
things.
have one get out of jail free card.
He
That's
just
his costume.
He's a ghost. Kyle, strip.
Ooh. But he's not like my kind of ghost.
Wow.
Ooh.
You have command over Kyle.
Ooh.
Jesus. Now he's a fucking goblin.
He's not a goblin. Kyle, show the camera your back. Kyle's a very arousing back.
Rousing?
Yeah.
Does it have boobs?
No.
Oh.
It's just a tight man back.
Alright.
Oh,
Your
I
turn.
am
What's the
a
worst thing you
tight
ever done?
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Hmm?
I had so much time to think about this question, but I don't still really have an answer.
You're not gonna pass too, are you?
No, I'm not gonna pass, but I just want to like go into like a discussion about it at least, because like I don't know where I.
Well, okay, so by worse, do you mean to someone else or like internally?
In
No.
general.
In general?
Yeah, no, I feel like the like if somebody else knew you had done that, they would be disgusted with you. I don't know, man.
I could tell that salesman story.
You could.
The time that
Mm-hmm.
I had an old man and all he wanted to do was get a CD player in his car. And so I knew we had this Spark that had been on the lot for about 100 days. The manager wanted to get rid of it, and he said that by the end of the week you need to sell this thing. So I show up to the dealership, and he's like, "Oh, that seems like a nice car, but is it in my payments? And does it have a CD player?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I give him the
Keep going.
Okay. I give him the stink eye, and I basically tell my manager, "Hey, look, this guy needs to get into a car." And my manager's like, "Okay, show him this." And so I pull up the Spark, ass cracking that shot there, and he's like, "Oh, that seems pretty legit. That seems like a good car." And he was kind of old. He's like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Here, just get in it, drive away. It's fine." So I kind of pushed him into the truck, and he got in, and he left, and he signed all the paperwork, and
He paid for it?
he paid for it, and it didn't have a CD player. And he had hundreds
Goddamn.
of CDs, and it's the only thing he cared about in his life. And his
He'll
wife,
figure it out.
his wife died and left him all those CDs.
Uh,
I think it was pretty
he
terrible.
replaced his wife with a car. I think he's the one that's terrible.
No. He probably used her life insurance on it. You fucked him over.
Yeah, I fucked him over.
He's
I
gonna
fucked
die.
over everybody. That's a pretty terrible thing I did.
Yeah, like me. Wanted to see that element. You fucking sold it.
Oh my god, yeah. Hey, that was not under my control.
I'm gonna fuck Jay.
Please do.
Oh wait,
Fuck who?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So you said that you had to sell that car by the end of the at the end of the week, right? What would happen if you didn't?
Nothing really.
They take away all the CDs.
Would something spooky happen?
Yes, something spooky would happen. But
Unemployment is pretty spooky.
Yeah.
what's the worst thing you ever done, Luke?
Okay, let me think. Sorry, I was getting in the way. Worst thing I've ever done. 'Cause I'm having the same issue I had the other day when I was trying to think of it. I think I might know what the worst thing I ever did was.
You might.
And I realized that it was really bad. Well, I wouldn't say it's really bad, but it made me feel really bad, and I still feel bad about it.
Why?
When I was really young, we had our roof being replaced, or maybe just the chimney, I don't remember. But we had a ladder that went up onto the roof, and I was hanging out on my roof, and my cat came up, and he wanted to get down, but he couldn't get back down the ladder. So he tried to jump down, but he caught him. He was holding onto the gutter by his claws, just his claws. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? So I kind of grabbed his hands and tried to lower him down the farthest I could, and he fell down. He landed on his feet because he's a cat. So he wasn't hurt, but he didn't come back to the house for a lot of days because he threw him off.
And that's what you think is the worst thing ever?
That's what I can think of.
That's pretty bad.
I don't know, because I don't really,
You dropped the
because it's an animal and I like animals.
The more I'm thinking about this question, the fewer regrets I'm having in life.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I haven't done all as much bad shit as I thought I have. Because I think about mean things that I've done to people, and I'm thinking about it, and the more I realize that they probably deserved it.
Well,
One time, there's one mean thing I kind of did once.
Yeah.
Do you remember Alan? Do you remember?
Nicholas Kelly Lamson.
Okay. Yeah.
This is pretty spooky.
I hate.
This is pretty spooky.
He was talking to my girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And this is back when I had a jealousy problem.
Oh. Okay, I'm thinking of
It was
somebody else.
it was my first girlfriend.
Uh-huh.
And
Dark Knight.
so he walked the Dark Knight.
That wasn't the worst thing you ever did, that poem?
You remember that poem?
No, I remember you guys talking about it.
What?
Okay, we'll save that. We'll save that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to hear about
So that was pretty terrible. So I all right. So
Nicholas.
talking to my first girlfriend, and he was talking to her in study hall.
Oh wait, before we continue,
Yes.
can we just do no full names unless it's Nicholas Kelly Lampson?
Yes.
Yes. Oh my. Yeah. That's what. Actually, can we nobody talk for a real quick second. Nicholas Kelly Lampson. Put that over where he says Nicholas Kelly Lampson.
All right,
Yes.
I said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Nicholas Kelly Lampson.
was talking to my girlfriend at the time, and I got so upset that she was paying attention to him and not me that when he left study hall, I asked the teacher if I could go to the bathroom. And so I got up
Oh my god. I remember
and
this.
I walked up behind him in the hallway, and I tell everyone that I know that he was hugging her from behind, but he totally wasn't. He was just talking to her, and I kicked him really hard in the thigh, and he fell down and he dropped all of his books.
Oh my god.
And then I kicked him again on the ground. And then I said, if you ever talk to my girlfriend again, I'll kill you.
Holy shit.
Do you remember when I brought him outside of the cafeteria and I picked him up by the neck and held him against the wall?
Yes.
And then when he came back inside, he was coughing and Dave leg sweeped him and a teacher came over and said no roughhousing.
I find it funny that the only person that we've ever beat up was the same person.
Yeah.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
so you want to hear about the Dark Knight?
Yeah, I want to hear about
This
this.
is very funny.
My first girlfriend's last name was Knight. And we were in scriptura together, which was it was a poem club.
Yeah, it was the
And art, literature,
And
sorts
it
of
was
shit.
no, it was pretty much only
It was
poems.
the Tumblr club.
And so I was very upset with her for breaking up with me. And so I wrote a poem called The Dark Knight.
This is post breakup.
This is after we broke up. And it was called The Dark Knight. And it was fucking posted anonymously. And obviously everyone knew who the fuck it was. And it was the cringiest thing I've ever fucking done. Because it was literally like, and now I'm so sad now that the moon is setting on my dark night.
Oh my
And it was
God.
like, it was just so
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
awful. Yeah, right? It was fucking so cringy.
Oh man.
I heard about that from one of her friends.
You really?
Yeah, I was
What'd they
talking.
say?
I was talking to them, and I was like, "Oh yeah, my friend Jack," and they were like, "Jack, the one who used to date her," and I was like, "Yeah." They were like, "You know about what he did, right? The poem he wrote, The Dark Knight." And they didn't think it was funny at all.
They didn't?
No. They thought it was like really mean.
Mean?
So yeah, so I was dying laughing, and they were like,
Wait, who was the friend?
"What?
First
It was all her friends.
Oh.
Yeah, my first girlfriend.
Oh!
CJ
Oh, she thought that was me.
Street.
No wonder they all stopped talking to me.
Yeah."
You know, I was so delusional and narcissistic that I thought that was an okay thing to do back then. I thought I was gonna get away with it too. I was fucking so dumb.
I was like laughing my ass off.
I was so naive to think that I would get away with
It
that.
was so funny.
I wish I still have the poem.
Holy shit.
Just bring it in.
I should.
That's very funny.
That's for another time.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking got in that box.
Pass it around.
Look at the Duralax soul.
Just take a glimpse.
Crap, how'd you
Let
get
it
this?
out.
How'd you get that?
Fucking hog it ass.
What is it?
Right? That must have cost you a lot of money.
I do not have that.
Let me take a whiff.
Does he still have his shirt on?
Yeah.
This is.
Alright. Let me think.
That's something else.
You know what that was? Spooky!
The second candle is burnt out!
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
We're halfway there.
Alright.
So,
I say we can transition now
into what?
into the Meme Team Halloween Spooktacular After Dark.
Oh,
After dark.
very
Let's,
scary.
Let's get some.
It's after dark. Let's get saucy.
Let's get saucy here.
Let's get
All right.
Let's not get saucy.
All right, let's get pretty saucy.
No, let's
saucy.
not do that.
What is the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
Oh god.
I've had a few scary ones. For some reason, as a kid, I was like deadly afraid of tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
so,
a reasonable fear.
That is a
very
reasonable fear.
And I don't remember exactly how it went, but like so I was living at my old house, and I had this dream where this sentient tornado
Mm-hmm.
would like wander up and down the street looking for people who are either outside or like in their windows and like visible from the street. And if it saw you, it would go towards you and fucking
It's fucking spooky.
kill you. And,
fucking spooky.
And I think that was pretty scary.
Yeah, those are scary.
What about you, Jason?
I've had dreams like that with like T-Rexes and stuff. Like that scene from like Jurassic Park 2.
Was that you or Sean that told me about that?
Sean also had a very similar dream.
Yeah, we talked about that once.
Yeah. The scariest nightmare I've ever had. I think it was one I actually had a little while ago. Like just a
Candles burnt out.
Candles burnt out.
There goes the first one. We're gonna start over. They're gonna start
burning out.
yeah.
I'm gonna light that one. Give me a lighter.
No, just go over there with the just light it with the.
No, you can't pick them up because they're stuck to the ground.
Oh, okay.
It's dripping wax, careful.
The scariest nightmare I ever had was one I fell asleep on the couch. I was just gonna take a nap, and it was like a 3-part anthology. It was fucking weird. The first part was me driving down like a highway really, really fast, but it was like Rainbow Road, but it didn't look like Rainbow Road. It was like
Mario Kart.
it was like red, and it was very scary. It was like vapor wavy, but it was like nightmarish. It was very spooky. And then the second part, do I even remember it? No. The driving part was the second part. I don't remember the first part. The first part was a night terror, because it really scared the shit out of me, but I don't remember any part of it. And then the third part, I was a rogue police officer, and I kept getting like into firefights, but I kept like blacking out in the middle of them. So I would black out and I would wake up.
In another firefight?
Yeah, and it would be like people I cared about were like dying in front of me and shit like that.
Oh,
And there was this other element to it too, where I think I inherited what's it called? Sleep apnea from my dad. So I'll like stop breathing while I'm asleep. And I kept like suffocating in the dream. I would have to like go do something, and then all of a sudden I wouldn't be able to breathe, and my jaw would be like locked open or something like that. It was weird. It was very scary.
Have you ever
It's very
experienced what's it called sleep paralysis?
No, I have not.
That is
possibly.
That is fucking
Or
terrible.
oh, where you're like awake, but
Yeah,
you're asleep.
Like
Your body's asleep.
yeah, you're awake, but you can't like move because your body's
fucking
asleep.
terrifying.
It is very.
What's happening to you?
I have it. I've had it many times, like multiple
Do you ever get
times.
used to it, or does it?
No, it's
Of
fucking
course.
terrifying.
It's like the worst thing ever.
Okay, so either you try to move and you realize you can't, so you try to go back to bed. But when you try to go back to sleep, it gets really hard to breathe because you can't control your breathing either. So it's like you're sitting there, you can't do anything, you can't breathe, you're freaking
How long
the
does it
fuck
last
out.
for?
It depends, I guess. Sometimes.
When's the longest it's last for? For
what?
you? When's the longest it's last for?
Probably like 20 seconds. I
Oh,
have
20
like,
seconds. Okay.
Yeah, but 20 seconds is like a fucking lifetime. You're
Yeah,
waking up and sleep.
Yeah.
I have to like like shock myself awake.
Mhm.
It's
Wow.
fucking it's
You should
I
hire
have
somebody
it
to sit in your room with a cap gun and shoot it off when that
like
happens.
like every
That shit's bad, man.
because on the weekends I have to wake up early, and I have to wake up, do stuff, go back to bed. When I go back to bed, it happens like multiple times.
Mm.
It is top tier scary.
That's really shitty.
I think the scariest dream I ever had
Uh-huh.
was when I was a little kid, and I would. That's awesome.
It's about to go out.
I would. I woke up in my room, and I thought that I was in my actual room.
Mm-hmm.
So when I woke up, it was very disturbing because I assumed it was a real life. And I heard commotion going on downstairs. So I walked downstairs. Everything seemed like it was completely fucking real.
Uh-huh.
And I walked up, and all of my family was sitting at my counter, all with their backs to me.
Uh-huh.
And I was kind of disturbed by that. So I was like, "Hey, what are you guys doing up this late?" and they all turned around and they had like mouse faces, rat faces, and it was hyper realistic. And I kind of
Now he owns a snake.
yeah, to kill the mice. So I started to kind of like back up a bit, and my mom started chasing me because I've had like coping. I don't know why it was my mom, but like I had to like fight my mom off, and it was like I don't want to hurt you, but she was like trying to kill me, and then she eventually killed me, and then I woke up. I was like, oh thank God, and I went into her room, and she had a mouse face again and tried to kill me.
Oh my God.
It happened about 6 times.
Jesus
Where I would
Christ.
keep waking up, and by the time I actually woke up, I didn't know if it was real or not.
I can't look out.
Oh boy.
That was very frightening.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
What about you, Luke?
Nightmares or bad dreams.
Nightmare.
Nightmare. I don't really...
Continue.
The candle went out. The Severix is broken. Hold on.
Which one?
Hold on.
Which one?
I can't approach the altar unless. Ah! I can't approach the altar unless I make a. Okay.
Another one just
Now
went
they're
out.
both out. I have to drink this.
Oh shit, this one just went out too.
Okay.
Alright.
I might have saved the day.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Good.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Is that sharp?
It's
Because you were swinging that very close to my bare skin.
Roll the stout, Kyle.
Yeah, roll the step now. Scary dream. When I was really young, I used to have a lot of nightmares. Hold on. Sean, talk about something.
something. Is the word that
Alright,
people use.
Shut up.
When I was younger, I used to have bad dreams about. I used to have a lot.
Going into shots.
He's possessed! We have to break possession!
Ah!
Tell your ghosts to tone it down.
It was really scary, guys.
It's pretty spooky.
Alright. Another candle just went out. Anyway, actually, no, wait, it's not out yet.
Not saying that.
He smold.
It's so small. Don't touch it.
It's an ember.
He's
Wait.
so small.
It's
An
gone.
embryo.
It's gone.
No, it's still there.
No, it's not.
Now it's
out.
gone.
There, that's
What was I gonna say?
good. You had a lot of nightmares when you were a kid.
Yeah, I had like repeating nightmares. Like it was the same thing every single night.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember what they were. It had something to do with getting fucking lifted out of my house or some shit.
That's awful. Lifted out. See that alien shit's freaky.
No, not I mean like stolen.
Oh.
Lifted out, like pulled out of a window.
Well,
In the
I mean,
fucking backyard.
alien abduction is stealing.
I'm not
Is
talking
it?
about alien. I'm
Yeah,
talking about
'cause-
like monsters or some shit. I don't fucking know, dumbass kid.
Tell me the story, Poppy.
You're gonna fucking cut the blood flow off to my leg. Hello?
Hi, I'm calling for Mr. Booth.
Whom?
Mr. Booth?
Yeah, this is him.
Yeah, my name is Jim. I'm calling on behalf of the IRS. We have on our records that you haven't paid taxes in some 152 years.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
That should be.
No,
Yep, go on.
no, well, I mean, I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Sure, I trust you.
Well, I mean, you've probably heard of all the spooky things I've done throughout my life, and you're calling it a great time because we are in the middle of a Halloween podcast. You wouldn't happen to have any spooky stories to tell us, would you?
Yeah, how's it going?
Well, I think taxes alone are pretty spooky, and you should pay them.
That is pretty spooky. What do
That
you
is
guys think
very
about
That's
that?
really spooky.
I absolutely agree. I feel like the robbery of money through the government is a very spooky thing.
Yes, it is. But scarier is what we're going to do when you don't pay your taxes. See, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to break your legs. It's just company policy. You understand, right?
That doesn't sound like something the IRS would do.
Yeah, the IRS also isn't a company.
What's the spookiest tax
You're right,
evasion
we
you've
are a
ever...
company. We're a horrible organization.
Run by the Jews.
Wait,
At least you're not.
Wait, what's the scariest tax evasion you've ever seen?
152 years.
Oh,
Wow.
Jesus.
Is it? Oh man, that's terrible.
It's fine. It's kind of late at night. I'll just go have them send the cruise missiles instead.
All right, that might work.
Don't worry.
That'll do it.
No worries then.
No worries then.
No worries then.
No worries.
Y'all are having a podcast?
Yeah, we're having a Halloween podcast.
You're our special guest.
Don't spit on the floor. You're okay. So special guest Halloween podcast 2016.
What's the scariest nightmare you've ever had?
IRS.
Yep, Dave from the IRS.
Dave from the IRS, special guest.
Tell us something spooky, Dave.
Well, have y'all heard of the Lone Pine Mountain Devil?
No.
I have not.
Is that the one that involves the Hickory Beast?
No, it involves taxes. No, I'm just fooling you. It involves...
Hold on. Repeat that, please.
It involves a Father Martinez,
Yeah.
a place called Lone Pine Mountain.
All right. Delve into this spooktacular tale, if you may.
Oh, it's a spooktacular tale. They tell it to everyone when you join the IRS. They scare the shit out of us. You're like, oh. Now, what you do... Well, I don't know why I said that. What it is in the 1800s, there was a Father Martinez who was traveling through stagecoach throughout Lone Pine Mountain Ridge in California.
Okay.
Now, in the late of night, people started celebrating, and it turned into such a wild party. This is his legend. He wrote in his book that they started lighting the nearby trees on fire.
Okay.
And the party burned late into the night, but Mr. Martinez, or Father Martinez, was hiding away in his tent, away from all the sin and all the fun, when winged beast flew from the husk of these trees and, killed everybody.
That's incredible.
That sounds pretty fun.
Oh, I mean, Mr. Martinez sounds like a total dork. You know what I mean? Anyway, these sightings continue into the early 2000s. I don't know why
200s,
See,
yeah.
This is why I'm not a very good IRS agent. Now, this is how we got away with 152 years.
Yeah, you just miscounted. It's 15.2 actually.
Actually, yeah, it's actually 152 years and 8 months and 2 days.
Oh, nice.
That is
Fun
incredible.
fact, yeah. I didn't Google that, no.
Well, I'm gonna go for a world record, I think.
Well, I wish you luck, and I hope that you dodge all our agents.
All right, I'll set up an umbrella so the cruise missiles go around my house.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, one last
Spraying water.
question before you leave, my good sir.
Yeah.
If you had to choose between resurrecting a squash or a pumpkin, which item would you resurrect, and why?
Well, squash is pretty gross. We do some nice things with pumpkins, I imagine.
Yeah.
I agree.
You ever seen a squash dance, though?
Squash dance? No. What is that?
You take a squash and you hollow it out, and you fill it with a Jello, and then you throw it at a wall and it dances.
I don't believe you.
I don't
No, it
think that's
does.
true.
I
All
swear.
right, well, I'd say that's pretty spooky. All right, thank you, Dave.
Thank you so much for coming on the show.
I'll get right on paying my taxes.
My name's Jen.
All right, Jim.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much, Tim.
Talk to you later, David.
All right.
Bye, James.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Wow.
We can continue.
Excellent guest.
Okay.
That was a good guess. That was our first guess ever.
First guest.
First
Yeah,
guest.
First guest.
live from IRS headquarters.
What was the topic? Dreams?
Dreams?
No, we're past that. It's been
Dreams?
hours.
Hold on.
It's
Dreams?
been thousands of hours.
It's been exactly 30 minutes. Actually.
Uh
Actually, it's been 40 minutes.
huh. So is that probably stopped recording right now?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Dreams?
I had a dream.
I went far away. All right, now we're
I
after
saw the world wide. But what do I feel inside?
Milk Thistle 2014.
Milk Thistle.
Hey, I watched that again today.
Yeah.
How the fuck did we
We'll
get
put a
away with
link
that?
right here.
That was
Milk
incredible. There was a part of that where we introduced the doctors, and my name's Flash Gordon, and underneath my name it says registered sex offender.
Yeah. That was for biology.
Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, never mind.
Those for plants.
Never mind.
There's so many candles that are out.
I looked over
Oh my god.
and
Shit. I hope he caught that.
there's a reflective thing in the leaves over here, and it looks like there's burning embers
Oh
over
my
the entire
god.
of the floor.
Yeah.
Whatever, we got this. Don't put out any more. We're gonna go dark if we put out any more.
No, we have to put out those four. They signify the place.
Oh, okay. I understand.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Alright. Part 3 commences.
What were we just doing?
IRS taxes.
We were talking IRS.
We were talking
We were talking about dreams.
Oh yeah, no, Milk Thistle.
Yeah, Milk Thistle.
Underneath Dr. Binkley's name, it says, your name was Dr. Anti-Erection.
Yeah, I know. Dr. Anti-Erection. It wasn't even trying to hide it either.
No, it was very obvious. And even Alex one was Dr. Binkley, gynecologist
Yeah, he was a gynecologist.
and a thermodynamicist.
What if they combine those two arts?
I mean, they're similar. the
So here's a
thermodynamics.
very spooky question.
Mhm.
If you had, if you could kill one person, who would you kill?
Just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Any time period?
No.
Current?
Currently.
Okay, so currently living, I get to kill one
Currently
person.
living, yeah.
Um,
No, you have to.
I have to
You
murder
have
someone.
to kill someone. Who
Adolf
are-
Hitler. He's still alive in
No.
Argentina.
Oh
He
my
is.
gosh.
He is. Didn't you see the news article? 180-something-year-old man
Yeah, I saw
claims to
that.
be Adolf Hitler.
It's fun.
We'll put a link to that right here if I can find that. Probably won't. Listen to me.
I'm trying to think. I don't know.
I'm trying to think of who I could kill that would benefit me the most. Because I don't really have any agendas as of present. Who? Okay, here. Well, before I make my decision, I'm going to pose a branching question, a related one. What death currently would create the most havoc?
Oh, with death?
Yeah.
I believe the death of the President of Israel.
The president of Israel.
Yahoo?
Yes.
He would just be replaced by another person.
Isn't he the guy that made Yahoo.com?
You know what?
Yahoo.
You know who would cause the most turmoil?
Dot void.
I feel like, depending on how he died, the death of Kim Jong-un would cause severe anguish.
You know what confuses me?
Does he have an heir?
No.
So who would take over? It'd probably
Exactly,
just be. It would be a military coup.
And
The generals
shit.
would just take
And
over.
so, and then if the generals took over, they'd be like, well, we're gonna fucking nuke everybody.
No, I don't think they do that.
Really?
That'd be dumb.
The CRS. IRS.
It's the IRS.
There's a lot of laughter.
That was very scary.
God damn it.
What?
That candle went out when I threw it.
Don't put it in our circle.
I'm trying to...
That's littering our
The
circle.
arse circle.
Take it out of there. And turn backwards.
Oh, come on. What death
Or
would...
you could, yeah, you could just do that.
Yeah, I will.
Who the fuck is out there?
I don't know.
It could be a ghost.
Spooky ghost!
Where's my lighter? Get my lighter.
Who would I kill?
I think it would be beneficial if Todd Howard was killed before Skyrim got released again.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that.
I don't think I would kill Todd Howard. That's so boring.
You know who I'd kill? I would kill...
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes, you would do that.
I would. Maybe.
I think I would kill the main villain from Cars 3, Chow. Because that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was such an asshole.
Look at me, I'm faster. Bye, McQueen Ka-chow.
Yeah, the main villain in
Ka-chow.
in the Disney Pixar film Cars 3
The voice actor.
Ka-chow.
is the most horrible person I think I've ever
He's not a
had the
person, he's a
displeasure.
car. He's a car.
You know who I would kill?
Boom.
Either Zack Schneider or Michael Bay.
Yeah, that's pretty...
I would do
What the...
That's been out for a little while.
Where'd it go?
It's burnt out.
Burnt out, you fucker.
Oh, no. Oh, no, guys, you don't understand.
I don't. Very obviously.
You don't understand at all.
Don't.
That's bad news.
Oh no.
I thought you knew. I pointed it out to you, I
Bad
think.
news.
No. Okay. No, I'm not even doing this for the podcast's sake. Like, okay, this is
We've been said this was a blank spell.
we've been lying. No, I did something.
What did you do? What? That's not a real sigil.
Okay, that I know. But who's to say I didn't make one before this?
You said you didn't.
Did you lie to
Okay.
us about this?
This
Are we
this
in-
entire podcast is a lie. It's not Halloween. It's the summer fucking solstice today, and that is the fire part of this entire spellcasting circle. This represents fire. The sun is fire, and it was the longest day of the year.
That's not true. It's
That is disrespectful.
October 31st.
That is disrespectful to the sun.
So true.
This entire thing could summon bad energy now.
Oh. No.
And there's no incense burning, so we have no protection against anything to come in here.
Well,
right
let's
now.
get some incense rolling.
Yes.
Ah,
we
fuck it, let's just roll with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
if something
God.
bad happens, that would be kind of
Dark
neat, actually.
energy.
Yeah, let's get some dark energy in here. Darkies, 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 darkies.
I already accidentally said my username was dark skin earlier, and I didn't mean that, so I don't think you should continue with that chat.
Oh, okay.
So you lied?
No,
This podcast is nothing but lies.
What are
I
you worried
demand
about?
the truth.
nothing but lies.
Where are
Sweet
we?
little lies.
Who am I?
Sweet little lies. Quick, what's the scariest song you've ever heard? Go, you have 10 seconds. 10, 9, look
Bring it
around
back
here.
Friday.
7. Jack.
Dark Side of the Moon. No. Pink Floyd. Sun.
6,
Sun.
5,
Sun Magic. I forgot
4,
the name of the song.
3, it's Eclipse.
The
What?
Cotton Eye
Eclipse.
Joe.
Okay.
Man, I need to tap.
That's the
Kyle, go, come on.
Cotton Eye
10,
Joe. I already said that.
9. Okay, me.
Fucking scary ass song.
Is this white?
Jesus, man. Holy shit.
Cha-cha slide.
Okay, we're
That
safe.
is like the scariest
We are
song
saved.
Because any, like, play cha-cha
Cha-cha
slide.
spoon.
No, I'm not gonna play cha-cha.
No. I'm just saying, if you play the cha-cha slide in any public area, every single person within proximity who's white and has a vagina will start dancing. I guarantee you.
Is that an issue?
No, it's not an issue. I'm just saying it's like
You
demonic.
say it's
You got an
like-
issue with vaginas,
Use
man?
as like mind control. That's pretty spooky.
You know who's gonna be really angry tomorrow? My dad. Because he's sleeping right there.
Is he?
Yes. He has to to get up at 4.
Why are we down here?
Because we're in the basement. The chalice. You guys keep telling us something. I'm preoccupied trying to get this candle to stick to the
No,
phone.
we're preoccupied watching.
Let's talk about something pretty scary. Ghost stories.
Ghost
Okay.
stories.
Anybody have any
ghosts.
ghost, spooky ghost stories?
I know you do. You have like the scariest ghost story I've ever heard.
I have quite a few.
The one about the people in your room was the scariest one.
That was
That was a terrifying
That
story.
was a very
Yeah, that
frightening
was
story.
not a kind story.
I did not sleep well after you told me that story.
Okay, so what happened was this was about 7 years ago, 6 or 7 years ago. This my old house was next to a cemetery. It was really crazy stuff. I was in my room. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning. I wake up to the sound of voices, 2 voices arguing at each other, like loudly. And so I wake up. I look around. My door is closed, but they sound. I can hear them like perfectly. Like if only they're okay. So they're both screaming at each other at the exact same time, so I couldn't really understand what they were saying. But they were talking. If one of them was talking, I could hear them fine. They were in my room, but the door was closed. So and I didn't really understand what was going on. So here's my room is in the attic, right? So there's no real space beyond my room to really have a conversation. So
Was it like, was your room the entirety of the attic?
No, there are 2 parts. There's my sister's room, like a very small hallway, and then a staircase, and then my room.
Okay, I know what you're talking
And
about then.
so there's no reason for 2 people to be up in the attic arguing at 3 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah.
I look up, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, one of the voices goes, oh, shh, goes quiet. I'm like, okay, I just go right back to bed.
So I'm gonna
Nothing
pretend that
happened.
didn't happen.
And then the
You
next,
just were able to go to bed?
yeah, I was like,
What?
all right. And then
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Then the morning, I was like, wait a minute.
Something's fishy.
Something's not right.
doesn't seem
Something's not right about that. I to this day I don't really understand what happened, or who it was, or why they were arguing in my room, of all rooms. I have multiple others, but for time constraints, you guys go.
Camera check.
Camera
Talking.
check.
Keep talking. Camera check.
Okay, it's fine.
Scary ghost stories. I don't know.
Wait. Camera turned off.
How long ago?
I have no idea.
Well,
We've
fuck.
been recording audio this whole time, so we can just put
Yeah,
imagery.
that's fine.
Okay. Put a
Hold on,
blank
wait.
image of like Donald Trump doing something.
God, it doesn't tell me how long the fucking thing is.
Does it not?
No, it doesn't.
That's gay.
It looks like it's long.
So do I.
We're just gonna keep recording from this point.
Is it on like a timer?
No,
No, it's just limited space.
I mean, I got up and checked it.
Scary. Any time I've been in the woods would be a scary story.
In woods.
Ah, I like these pins.
Just cut his leg off. Great.
I'm trying.
Did you actually just hit your head?
It's too bad we didn't get that on camera.
Yeah.
The whole like floor shows. What the hell just happened?
Recording now? Yeah, it's recording.
You probably got.
It's probably the shit that made your arm hurt earlier.
Yeah, that's the exact same spot. I should stop shooting before my arm falls off from the burning sensation or whatever that shit is.
You know what? I've gone to the woods. I've seen witches. I've seen ghouls and ghosts and beasts and all other kinds of terrible things in the woods behind my house. I think the scariest story, the scariest thing that's ever happened to me was I was sitting in my bed. I was very young, and I dropped one of my stuffed animals onto my bed. And I went to go and pick it up, and it was halfway underneath the bed, like I had a bed skirt. And when I went to go pick it up, it got sucked underneath the bed. And I got up and I tried to ignore it.
Did you ever get the toy back?
Yeah, no man left behind. I grabbed it.
You're a true hero.
So you have a spooky story yourself?
Well, are we going in the original order, or are we going in the new order? New order?
New World Order.
Okay, I'll tell my story. So, let me think. Scary story. Oh yeah, mine's actually not that scary. I haven't had many paranormal experiences, but the one true paranormal experience I've had has been the time that I was going out to Arizona, and I went to Sedona, and I wanted to visit one of the spirit vortexes they had there.
Wait, battery change. Hold on.
Battery change?
Battery change. Keep telling your story.
Okay, so the spirit vortexes they had in Arizona, there was this, we were all, me and my family, it was me, my dad, my mom, and my brother, and we went to the spirit vortex and we all checked it out, and as we were walking back to the car, we all turned around simultaneously, and we kept walking. And then we all, as a few seconds later, was like, wait, why did we all just turn around at the same time? It was a very odd experience, and I think it was pretty paranormal.
That seems pretty odd.
Yeah.
Pretty odd.
It was all at the same time, and we weren't talking to each other.
That's weird.
Yeah, it definitely gave me chills. And that was the only true paranormal experience I've ever had. But I can't say I've had many others. My dad's had many, and I've heard many stories, but none personally.
The spooky boy.
I've had quite a few.
Yes, you have.
It's freaking nuts.
Kyle's been a haunted boy. Were you conceived in a graveyard?
No. I was not.
Can you confirm that?
I was born in Manchester Hospital.
No, conceived.
Manchester?
Manchester.
What decision was that?
There's a snake on my penis.
There's a snake on the
I grew up near a... I grew up right next to a cemetery. That counts, right? Okay, yeah.
That's pretty spooky.
How about you, Luke?
Ghosts. Well, there's the one time that I was at my cousin's house, and he told me that their house was haunted by a non-threatening spirit. And I didn't really believe him, but I was like, whatever, I'll roll with it. Jesus! What is this? Don't touch it while it's above me.
There was just someone that comes out of... Let's go to the door again.
My cousin told me that the house was haunted, and later that night he had gone to bed upstairs. There was no door that went to his room, it was just a staircase that went up into his room, and his room was the entirety of the upstairs. And I heard someone coming down the stairs, and I looked over, expecting to see him, and he had one of those pull-up bars across the doorway, kind of like your dad has, and it had a shit ton of clothes hanging on it. And all the clothes became unhooked and fell to the ground. And I expected him to soon follow out of the darkness of the staircase, and there's nobody there.
It's weird.
I don't like that.
Okay.
It wasn't, at the time, it was like, whoa. It wasn't like spooky, but it was like, kind of confirmed that there was a ghost there, because it didn't make any fucking sense at all.
I don't like ghosts.
Remember the ghost experience you had at my grandmother's house?
Yeah, I almost got pushed down the fucking staircase.
Yeah, and the Chase's one was the really scary one.
Chase's was scary.
So Chase was at my grandmother's house, and we were all out on my back deck when he heard a bunch of people run past the bathroom.
Oh god.
A bunch of people, and he thought it was us dicking around. And then he heard the handle start shaking vigorously.
Well, we heard him. Remember when we were outside on the porch? We heard, "You guys quit fucking around."
Yeah, he was like, "Guys, quit fucking around." He's like, and
"You
we're
want
like,
us to what?" We're like yelling from outside.
yeah, and he was like, "Quit fucking around." And then he came out and he's like, "Guys, it was real funny." And we're like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "You were shaking the fucking handle like idiots." And we were like, "We've been out here the entire time." And he's like, "Oh." And till that day, I know my grandmother's house is haunted, but I've never had an experience. But the one experience I did have, which I don't count it as paranormal.
This was the one with your brother?
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and my brother would sleep in my aunt's room at my grandmother's house, and we would both concentrate on the spot right above the lamp, and we would get horribly terrified and just concentrate on it and never get to sleep. At least I would. And then I brought it up to my brother, and I was like, "Hey, Mike, do you remember concentrating on that one spot?" And he's like, "Yeah."
That's weird.
He was like, "What spot?" And I'm like, "What spot?" And he's like, "The one above the lamp." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's the last spot I was thinking of too." And he was like, "I never got to sleep in that house." I'm like, "Yeah," and he was like, "But I thought it was just because we were in another bed." I'm like, "Mike, we slept at my aunt's house. Did you ever have a problem sleeping there?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "We slept in fucking hotels. You ever have a problem there?" And he's like, "No." And I was like, "We slept camping in the middle of the woods. You ever have a problem there?" And he's like, "No." Like, so why would we have a problem in our own grandmother's house?
She's a rapist.
Fucking spooky.
Well, remember we're...
I think the bell tolls.
Bell tolls.
What bell pulls? 5, 6? The bell pulls 11.
11. It's 11?
Yes.
It's 11.
Pretty good. Remember when we were filming...
Bell tolls 11.
Bell tolls.
It wants to remain.
It must remain.
It must remain.
Remember when we were
Blessed
filming...
be.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Remember when we were filming Rise and Fall?
It doesn't want to remain.
Well, I think
It
that's all the
doesn't
time.
wanna remain.
I think that's all
Right.
the time we have
All
for
right.
tonight.
Well, that's...
Blessed be.
Blessed
be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
All right.
Where's my shirt?
Keep that going. In a rhythmic pattern. I have to put out these.
What happened when we were filming Rise and Fall?
I got pushed down the... Or I almost got pushed down the stairs by that ghost.
Oh, I think I did that.
It was you.
That was not you.
I can astral project. That's how I steal so many things. How are you doing that? It's crunch. It's terrible.
Blessed be. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
This has been Tobias Thatcher.
This is...
Ben. Halloween.
This has been Halloween. This is me, your guy. No, I'm not drinking from that. This is your boy, the ghost John Wilkes Booth, keeper of the box of the derelict spirit.
And this has been the first annual
Meme team.
A Halloween podcast.
This has been the first annual.
17.
Team.
First
Jackie J signing off.
VanillaCreamDawson.
VCD.
Panzer Deer. Fucking... What's your name?
Sweet release.
So,
Which Elron or
Elron Hoyt-Bembe, also known on the YouTube as
Fear of Thistle.
Fear of Thistle. View the YouTube channels in the description.
And Kyle.
And Kyle.
AKA Mr. Hello One in the YouTubes.
Catch us on Xbox.
Catch me on Yahoo, AOL.
Yo, add me on Snapchat.
I'm everywhere.
I'll bag daddy.
Instagram, gay, space, Miata.